And of course, that is the brand new trailer that we got this morning for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Of course, this is Quentin Tarantino's new movie. It takes place in 1969 and it stars Leonardo DiCaprio as a faded TV Western star who's trying to come to terms with a rapidly changing Hollywood landscape alongside his longtime stunt double played by Brad Pitt. They live next door to actress Sharon Tate, who's played in this movie by Margot Robbie. And the movie is taking place during the summer that she was murdered by followers of Charles Manson. So this one is scheduled to hit theaters on July 26th. Jeff, going to you first on this. There were some criticisms when those posters started dropping online early this week, which were obviously teasing the arrival of this trailer. So one, were you a fan of those posters? And two, did this trailer do anything for you beyond it?
The posters were garbage. I've already tweeted about that at length. They just look like bad posters for a bad like VOD title. It's just like when you're, Pulp Fiction, that's an iconic poster. There's going to be Reservoir Dogs posters in dorm rooms from now until the end of time. The yellow and black with Kill Bill. Like, you can do so much with Tarantino, and I felt like Sony was just lazy, and they just like, we have two of the biggest stars on the planet, just slap their faces up there on the poster. So no, posters were bad. Trailer was definitely an improvement. I like the energy. It's a teaser trailer, so we still don't really have a feel for what the story is, like what kind of journey Pitt and DiCaprio are going to be going on together, and maybe we'll get more of that in the official trailer. Maybe we won't get any of it, and it's just a hard movie to sell in a trailer, like I imagine Pulp Fiction kind of might be. But I definitely like the 60s vibe here. All the costumes look cool. I think there's this writer online, Lindsay Romaine, who like broke down all the different Nerdist, who broke down all the different cameos and all, the whole trailer. I thought it was a really impressive article. So yeah, I thought it looked good. It didn't look great. It didn't blow me away like some other Tarantino teasers have, but this is still my #1 most anticipated movie of the year.
I'm curious because this is a topic of conversation that I feel like is just like on my brain a lot lately. Do you think Tarantino has any involvement in the marketing campaign of this movie where he's approving things like this poster and this trailer? Because I know it's most often it is not the case, but with someone like him who has such a specific style and I mean really can do anything he wants, don't you think he would have wanted to say, maybe try something else for that poster?
Yeah, I thought Quentin would be really hands-on. I don't know what the terms of his arrangement is with Sony. I know that they were sort of trumpeting their own marketing expertise when Quentin picked Sony to be the home for this project. Yeah, you would think that he would sign off on this stuff, but he may have just been like, all I care about is the official poster. Do whatever you want. And they are just teaser posters. Like they're little character posters. I get it. They're not necessarily supposed to be for film Twitter. They're just for people who don't know that the movie even exists. And hey, we have Leo DiCaprio now. They're there.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Another hot topic of conversation with this one right now is how Quentin Tarantino is going to handle incorporating Sharon Tate into this movie. And I was reading online actually in our own Collider piece that there is some concerns that it doesn't come across the best way in this trailer. And I'll be completely honest on this, I didn't pick up on that in this trailer. Again, like Jeff pointed out, I don't think we dove into the story enough to get me on a firm track with whether or not this is the right approach to take with a story like this. But Haleigh, I leave it to you. Did you find that to be an issue, or is that kind of not registering for you either?
I think it's way too early to tell. We've talked about this a bit just in concept before. Like, I have concerns about the concept of doing that in a film like this, sure, especially with a filmmaker like Tarantino, who I'm a big fan, but he's not known for taste above all else. That's not his calling card. So that's a concern, but it's way too early to tell. The tone of this trailer was certainly quite silly, but that doesn't mean that it'll be silly in the way that it handles her. Or, certainly I think a lot of people are concerned that he'll take the sort of alternative history route with it and do something that's even possibly more trashy than like what we got on American Horror Story, which was pretty trashy.
It was.
So I'm optimistically concerned, like same as I would have been before. I think that it's a very dangerous ground to walk on, but there's nothing in the trailer that says to me, oh, they screwed it up bad.
No, I loved Mike Moe as Bruce Lee in this trailer. I kind of thought that he stole the whole show. When you talk about the revisionist history and what Tarantino did with Django, with Inglourious Basterds, you know, legend has it Bruce Lee was only like a few doors down or a few streets over from the Manson murders. Could maybe Bruce Lee wind up at this party, and then the Manson folks bust into this house and Bruce Lee starts kicking ass?
I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. I definitely do think that Quentin Tarantino is going to rewrite history with this movie, and I'm curious to see how he handles it. But as far as this particular teaser trailer goes, this is kind of exactly what I expected. It's got that style, that tone, that playful energy that I know from his films before that I love so much. That kind of, it's got like a little bit of like a almost like a magical mesmerizing vibe where you get caught up in the beat of it very, very quickly. And I just loved where it ended too. With, I wrote down the line too when she tells him that was the best acting I've ever seen in my whole life, and you just sit on his reaction for a minute. I feel like that kind of just encapsulates a lot of Hollywood in one single moment in a teaser trailer a little too well, and I'm just looking forward to more of those kinds of beats.
Is that moment though going to be at the end of trailers in theaters, because it does include the F word? It's not a red band. It's not a red band trailer. So I didn't. It wasn't a green band trailer either. I didn't see a band in front of it.
I feel like that's an easy enough edit to make.
Of course.
And you can still keep the beat of comedy alive very easily.
I love that moment where you see him a little bit more grizzled and weathered.
Yeah.
You said something that's kind of interesting, which was that Sony was touting their marketing skills. And as much as film Twitter has enjoyed dunking on those posters, there's something to be said for the fact that, like, the Kill Bill poster that I hung in my bedroom for half of my life had no appeal to the rest of my family. But these posters absolutely will. This trailer will appeal to the rest of my family.
You're right. That's what Josh Dickey said on Twitter, that just the mere fact that we're all talking about how bad the poster is means the poster did its job.
It is, and also it's bad in a way that kind of like serves internet culture that's constantly manipulating material that they're given. Like, how many like revisions of that particular poster have you already seen?
For sure.
I don't know. It's I don't applaud bad marketing in order to get attention, but at the same time, I can kind of understand why that might wind up having a good effect on how the film does in the end.